Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend, and I am here to do day 12 of Fat and Black Connections Podmas. Now, some of you are probably well aware that the 12th has already come and gone. Um, I have been immensely busy at work. For those of you that follow along with the show normally, you know that I am working on a special project for the state of Nevada, and it has been taking up a lot of my time. And it's only going to take up more over here over the next couple of weeks. But I owe you three past episodes to get caught up to today, which is December 15th. So I need to do three. I'm going to give you three different episodes, and I'm going to do them as I normally would. But you're going to see that I'm in the same outfit because I'm just going to knock these out. Um, I'm probably going to become a little bit inebriated along the way. So hopefully you enjoy this. So with that, let's get started on Whiskey Tour of the World, number 12, going back to pretending as if this is December 12th. But just to get caught up with everyone. So Whiskey Tour of the World. It's a nice box set, comes in these like books, and this book is called Explorer, and today we're going to be doing the last in this book. Inside you'll see there's some nice stuff, and then inside there's 6 bottles of each, and so we're doing day 12, which was right here. But just to get you caught up on what was in this book, we had the Canadian single malt peated whiskey. We had Cotswolds from where was this? England. We had the Svensk Ek, which is a Swedish single malt. We had the Indri single malt Indian whiskey, which was pretty good. And then the last one that I drank was the Somme Valley whiskey from Distillery Kraus out of Austria, which was also really good. Um, the first two in this book, the Macalonese Canadian and the Cotswolds, both were not my favorites. And the Svensk Ek from Sweden, that one was decent. Not in my top five, not in my bottom five. It was right there in the middle. The Indri single malt and the Distillery Kraus, those were in my top five for sure so far. So we had a good streak going, 2-day streak. So I'm hoping that today keeps that streak alive as we move into today's whiskey that we're going to be trying. And as always, you can see on the screen while I have my handy dandy guide. This is because there's the accent or the line above the O. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, but I'll do my best. Pokeno. This is a product of New Zealand. It's a single malt whiskey, 43% alcohol by volume. Pokeno Whiskey Company was founded in 2017 and began distillation in early 2019. It is New Zealand's largest and only specialized single malt distillery. It has a purpose-built state-of-the-art distillery with all operations conducted on-site, including New Zealand's only cooperage. Some accolades. Pokeno Origin was awarded a gold medal at the Las Vegas Global Spirits Awards, as well as being awarded the Best World Single Malt. Jim Murray gave Origin 92 points in the 2024 Whiskey Bible. So that's kind of cool. 92 is a great score. Generally, anything of 90 or greater is usually considered good. 92 is pretty standard for what we've seen here in this box set. I think we had one recently that was a 98, which was amazing. So the Pokeno Origin is the distillery's signature malt made with laureate malted barley grown in the north of the South Island of New Zealand and malted to a precise specification. Some awards that are listed: 92 point by Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible, Gold and Best World Single Malt Whiskey at the 2023 Las Vegas Global Spirit Awards, and Gold at the 2024 San Francisco World Spirit Awards. Let's take a look at the tasting notes, shall we? On the nose, smooth, fruity, and sweet. On the palate, citrus notes shine through with creamy vanilla and honey. On the finish, the citrus continues with rich butterscotch, vanilla, and notes of milk chocolate. This is distinctly different than any of the other ones I've tried so far, just based on the tasting notes and description. Um, I feel like I'm based on the description of the tasting notes. I feel like I'm going to love this, but as we know, when it comes to tasting whiskeys, I'm not a sommelier. But you know, let's see what happens. So with that, here's the bottle. It's got a nice logo, Pokeno. It says Aotearoa, New Zealand, single malt whiskey, origin, first fill bourbon casks, 50 milliliter, which is about a double shot. 43% alcohol by volume, aged not less than 36 months, product of New Zealand. So we'll give it a crack and a sniff. Does not smell like whiskey. I mean, there's like a very subtleness. Maybe it's slightly there. Let's see if we pour some out and let it open up a little bit. And as always, I'm going to do a little over half of what's in the bottle, save some for later. All right. Swirl it around, get the glasses out of the way so we can get the nose in there good. So with it coming out of the bottle and being able to open up a little bit, there's definitely distinct alcohol hitting the nose and sinuses, going back down the throat a little bit. Second big hit, not as bad. All right, let's see. Definitely smooth, definitely sweet. I'm not getting fruity. I am getting definitely honey. I'm picking up the milk chocolate. And I'm picking up the butterscotch. But I'm definitely not picking up fruity or citrus. So I'm not sure. Let's try that a little bit more, shall we? Yeah, this is an interesting one. I feel like it's, when you think of whiskeys, I think of them as wines sometime, especially when you're doing it in the way that we're doing this, trying them nightly and everything. And I feel like this would be almost a dessert whiskey, kind of like a dessert wine. Um, it does have a lot of sweetness to it, but it also does have a very alcohol whiskey like burn bite to it on the back end. Um, when I say burn, I'm not talking about like a cinnamon whiskey, like a Fireball or something. I'm talking about that like burn you get when you taste really any kind of alcohol, but mostly in the whiskey, scotches, bourbons, those darker whiskeys, those darker liquors, where you kind of feel a little bit of a burn in a good way. Um, so it definitely has a decent taste to it. Again, smooth, pretty. Pretty chocolatey and honey. I would say it's a dessert whiskey. I don't think I could see myself, drinking this while smoking a cigar. This is more of a, after having a nice heavy meal like a big steak and potatoes or something. I could see sipping on this afterwards, or throughout. Actually, maybe not even necessarily dessert, but with it definitely I think would pair well with like a big, hefty like beefy type meal. Um, yeah. So stick around because I'll be, like I said, doing a few more of these today. So keep on the lookout because they're going to keep coming your way. And I'll see you real soon.